wasn't alive all my life. I was only breathing, always searching diamond skies for some sign of...
Yo, what is up, guys? This is KoolzvilleHQ here bringing you guys another video, and today I'm using the AUG A3 in the new map in Soldier Front 2, and it kind of reminds me of Arctic Combat Boot Camp, the sniping map. But anyway, this is another TTI for you guys, and I know it's been so long since I did a TTI, but this is the time I moved, the time my parents separated. So this TTI is going to be taking place 8th grade. It happened 8th grade towards like the beginning of the school year. It was in October. See, my parents, they always had little arguments about like little things all the time, and when I was a child I used to always hear them arguing and stuff like that, and it's not something that like as a child you get fond of, because sometimes when your parents argue like so much it gets kind of annoying and you're like, oh my gosh, why are you guys arguing? We're out in public, shut up. Or you know, but if you're just at home, sometimes you just don't think about it much, you just think parents are just arguing. Well, I remember in 8th grade, beginning of the year, I was going school shopping and they got into a big argument. We're going to church and they got into a big argument. So what's it called, they had to drive separate cars. So I always liked driving with my dad because I used to think driving like on the highway was a race, and my dad would always drive really fast and I loved that. And I was always looking behind at the cars that we were passing and I'll be like, haha, we're beating you, because I used to think it was a race, and my mom would drive slower. So I just liked driving with my dad, and it seemed like they were trying to compete with us, you know. Like I would drive my dad would get me like a Slurpee from 7-Eleven, or my sister, when I would drive my mom, she would like get me a toy or something like that. It would seem like one of those things. But so I drove with my dad that day to church. We drove in different cars, and then we came back, and then they got into a huge argument, and then my dad he had to go to his brother's house. I mean, my parents, they actually never like fought or anything, they never hit each other or anything like that, so it's nothing like that, but it's just these constant arguments that were just really annoying. So when he went to my brother's house, next thing I realized, my mom is talking to my aunt, and I used to like, they used to think we didn't know about this stuff, but I used to eavesdrop a lot. So I was eavesdropping, and then I heard my mom saying they're gonna get a divorce, and then all I could think was wow, like, am I gonna have to make a choice or something like that? So then I told my little sister, and then we were like, oh my gosh, like, we were just like, we were pretty shocked. We weren't shocked, but we didn't actually think they would break up, and it was actually a sad thing. I was in middle school, and I seen a lot of TV shows about like parents divorcing and breaking up, and it seems tough. So what's it called? So they get a divorce, and all I know is I have to make a choice. Do I want to go with my mom or my dad? That's what I'm thinking. So I go up with the pros and cons list. I'm like, well, my mom's really nice, but she makes me do a lot of chores. My dad's a real cool guy, and he doesn't make me do a lot of chores, but he does make me do a lot of stupid stuff, like come get the remote, and the remote's right next to you. Like, come on, nigga, come on. Come on, man, come on. And then I was like, well, my dad buys me a lot of stuff, but my mom like helps me out a lot. She's really nice. She like talks with me and stuff like that. I just have a really close relationship with my mom, and I could play around with my mom a lot. Like if she says do the chores, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing the chores. Or I remember one time she was like, clean the room as soon as she came in. I was like, yeah, because all I want to do is clean. I want to clean your toes, I want to clean your forehead, I want to clean everything. I want to clean this house, I want to clean the world. I'm gonna clean the world. So yeah, I'll just joke around with her. So basically my parents separated, and it was a really sad thing. I had to change schools and I had to move, but I guess the time I moved could be another TTI. But when my parents separated, I had to see my dad every other week on the weekends, and I thought it was gonna be really bad. I remember the first time I didn't see my dad for like a couple weeks because they were like big argument, they didn't want to see us. First time I saw him, we went to a restaurant, sat down, ate, and talked about why it happened, and then we just figured out that they said they would be better and happier if they weren't together. It's not like they hated each other, they still talk, but they just feel like they have to be separated. And all I know is I was just happy that both of them were happy, and it wasn't an awkward position where I had to like go out there and say I want to be with this person or that person. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys like this TCI, and that's it. Stay cool.
We watch as the fire falls down. One thing playing on our minds. Time stops and we don't make a sound. You're crazy.